Beautiful people, welcome back to another video. For those who may be new here, my name's Pete. Some call me Pilot Pete. We're in a very familiar setting, at least for myself. LaGuardia Airport, Terminal B. Time to head to work. I'm not going to tell you where I'm going just yet. That's for you to follow along and find out. But we're going international today. Unfortunately, the trip starts out of Memphis. So that means I got to get myself there. And I don't have enough bank money to get a paid ticket. That's right. I'm going to have to slum it and borrow, beg, and steal for a ride. So we're going to be jump seating. Hopefully we get on because there's about like 2 open seats last time I checked. I think I was the only one listed, but you never know. So that's why we're dressed to impress today. And hopefully next stop is Memphis, Tennessee. All right, we got a seat, folks. And the gate agent was very, very nice. He said, go ahead and pre-board. So we're walking down. First one's on. We'll get a spot for our bag. Obviously, got to check in with the captain, make sure it's okay. But I got an aisle seat. Next stop, Memphis, Tennessee, to start our work trip. 4-hour international flight ahead of us. All right, we made it to Memphis, Tennessee. Now we are taking the crew bus, which the company provides for us, back to our side of the airport. So the passenger terminal where we fly out of our different areas. So I got about an hour and a half to my show time. It's currently 2:04 local. Long flight though, coming from New York with those headwinds. So I'll grab my car real quick. Hopefully it starts. It looks like it's pretty warm here, so it shouldn't be an issue. Grab some food for our long upcoming flight. So I want to feed up because they're not going to cater me on this first leg. So I'll make sure to get some food, and then we'll iron and get ready in the pilot uniform and get ready to go to work. Beautiful people, hello from the ramp in Memphis, Tennessee. We just pre-flighted Peter. I'm not making that up. That's our big bird's name today. And the surprise is over. I feel bad though. I think I kind of fit. You gotta tell me though, I don't know. We're heading down, I say we're heading international. We're flying down to Puerto Rico. So here's my confusion before you chime in. I get it. Puerto Rico is a US territory. No passport is required. So is it defined as international? Well, the reason I consider it international is because we get international override pay. So I'll be getting I think it's like $7 extra an hour for this entire trip because I'll be flying from what we call domestic CONUS, the continental US, out of the US, continental US that is, to Puerto Rico. So we get international catering, we get international pay. I consider it international. We're going to be flying further than the Bahamas and a lot of international islands. So either way, if I disappointed you, like you thought we were flying to Europe or like that, I apologize. Either way, it's 3 hours, 45 minutes down to Barranquilla. And another interesting fact, my company and all the pilots and the dispatch, we all call it Barranquilla, the airport, because BQN is the identifier. But if you were to go on Orbitz or Google or wherever and look for flights or rental cars, they're gonna call it Aguadilla, I think it is. I don't know, all I know it's the most northern, western part of Puerto Rico. It's like 2 hours from San Juan. Rental cars, $7 a day. So you got a 47-hour layover in Puerto Rico. I booked myself a rental car. I'm gonna get paid to sit on the beach. I was kind of bummed to have to take this trip because it was like a weekend Sunday start. But now that I'm here, 48 hours, 2 days in the sunshine, doesn't sound so bad. Let's go fly to Puerto Rico. from Barranquilla Airport, Anguilla, Puerto Rico. I think I'm saying that wrong, but it's okay. It's currently 11:23 p.m. local. Long flight over the water. The nice part, even though you're over the water majority of the flight, at least the last 2.5 hours, you're in radar contact with Miami Center. So I'm not having to do HF radio or radio reports or any of that garbage. We're contacted with Miami Center the whole time, and then when we're about 140 miles out from Barranquilla, they switch us over to San Juan Approach, and they speak great English. And then Approach clears us for the approach, like 80 miles out. So we descend right from 39,000 feet down with the VNAV to 2,500, which is the beginning of the approach, and land runway 8, captain's leg. He said he hadn't flown in like 2 weeks, so he's gonna take probably both of them. So, and then the airport people that pick us up were nice enough to drop me off at the rental car spot, because I got a rental car since we're here for 2 days. Although, a little disappointed, folks, a little disappointed. I booked it on Orbitz for $34 for 2 days. Steal, right? $7 a day. Well, I get there, and the rental car place tries to fleece me with like, oh, insurance is this much. I'm like, nope, I got my own insurance, I'm all good. Like, okay, send us your insurance card. I do. Oh, well, it needs to be a new car. The insurance needs to be 2020 or earlier. Or I'm like, that's total BS. Show me where that says that. If you know me, I am a stubborn SOB. I'm not paying a nickel over what I was told I had to pay. Principle of the matter, folks. Principle. So I got a different insurance card, was able to get through that headache, and then all of a sudden he goes, all right, your total is gonna be $74. I go, 74? It says it's gonna be $34. Oh, it doesn't include taxes and fees. Yes, it does. No, it doesn't include Puerto Rico taxes and fees. I'm like, it says right here, everything that I'm supposed to pay. Can I please have the printout then of the, terms and conditions? I'm not paying more than $34. A lot of back and forth, a lot of arguing. Right now, I'm not paying the money, but I'm sure my credit card got charged, because I got charged like $350 for incidentals or whatever. Long story short, headache, but I'm glad I got the car because I want to get the heck out of here. The main restaurant at this hotel is Denny's, and I'm not eating Denny's for 6 meals while I'm here. Although I will probably use it for breakfast tomorrow because we get free like $20 off Denny's. So I'll probably have some pancakes and waffles tomorrow. But either way, I digress. Plan is to go to the beach tomorrow, work out, and do some exploring. So we'll go do that. But I'm heading to bed. See you guys in the morning. Beautiful people. Good afternoon from Puerto Rico. We woke up, had some Denny's for breakfast at the hotel, got our workout in. It was a nice little gym. I mean, the gym itself was awful, but got a nice workout in, felt good, felt strong. And we were rewarding ourselves with a beach day. We're currently at Crash Boat Beach in Anguilla, Puerto Rico. I Googled it, it said this was one of the nicer beaches for tourists as far as white sand, clear blue water, and then there's some bars and restaurants all along the beach there. So I'm gonna go check them out, grub down on hopefully some fish tacos. Got my little towel set up. But come on, folks, if you're considering becoming a pilot, this is what you have to look forward to. I have 46 hours getting paid to sit my bum on the beach, sleep, eat, drink, whatever the heck I want. Maybe indulge in a coconut, swim in the ocean. Let's go. People always ask me, Pete, what are the pros and cons between the company I was at, that I left, to the company I'm at now? Look, I'll be honest, there's pros and cons to every single company. Some places do some things better, some don't do them as well. Whatever the fact may be, it's a fact of life. If there was a better company, we'd all be there, right? So pros and cons to all of them. One of the perks of where I fly at, 46-hour layovers are just commonplace. This isn't a weird pairing. This isn't something that's abnormal. This is a pretty standard flight to land and then have 46 hours off before we fly back at night. So the flight tomorrow night will kind of stink for me, not being based or living in Memphis. But again, I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'm just going to enjoy these 2 days. Rental car was cheap. The company's paying me for my room, obviously. They're paying me to any of your friends or watch other vlogs, and even if they fly international to Europe or Asia, they're getting 26, 28 hours off maybe, 48 here in Puerto Rico, and then like I said, I've done 80-hour layovers in Paris and stuff. So definitely one of my favorite parts of where I work is getting to enjoy this. So can't beat it. Just gotta love how much the weather can help improve your mood. I mean, I'm not saying I was in a bad mood, but like I said, cold, cloudy, rainy, snowy in New York, you cannot be in a bad mood in a place like this. You just can't. And Crash Boat Beach, where I'm at in Puerto Rico, love it. Very nice, quiet. Granted, it's a Monday. Very, very nice water. It was nice and warm. A lot warmer than it was down in Bahamas for New Year's, so surprised by that. And a few rain showers throughout the day. Otherwise, 10 out of 10 Puerto Rican sunshine day. What a day. Sunshine, beach, getting paid to do it. You literally cannot beat it. But I'm staying in my hotel, heading out, got my rental car, like I said, gonna go grab some dinner. My go-to to find the best dinner spots, I just Google best restaurants and then wherever I'm at. So this one came up, Deshio. We're gonna get some seafood. Hopefully it doesn't disappoint. I realize I haven't given a room tour in a minute. So this hotel is actually an old converted military hospital. Why is that good? Why is that bad? Good is there's only one window. It gets dark as heck in here, so I can sleep pretty well as far as noise and light goes. Speaking of light though, if you notice up there, those are my underoos. And why are they hanging up there on the smoke detector? Because there's a little green light that flashes, bing, bing. I mean, it's very, very small, and for the non-trained eye, you probably wouldn't even notice it, but I am a freak when it comes to little things like that. So probably spent the better part of 15 minutes last night trying to put that up there. Finally got it to stay. Chances of me forgetting the Hanes, probably put it at like a 16% chance. I just scramble tomorrow night and forget those, but that's why those are up there. Standard room with a closet, bathroom, shower leakage. The bad part about this being a converted army hospital or military hospital, who the heck knows the stories that went down in here and the tragic loss of potential life and injuries? I don't even want to know. It is definitely haunted. I don't believe in that kind of stuff, but if I couldn't sleep last night, I slept in that bed. I woke up, the bed was made obviously when I came in, and this is what it turned into when I woke up. So some sort of being was here. But again, just because you wake up and the bed's not made doesn't mean you gotta believe in ghosts. That's a joke, folks. I slept in that bed. Anyway, dinner time. Let's go find ourselves some good seafood. All right, we made it to Deshio. Let's go try it. All right, we with the mahi, sweet plantains, shrimp, some other seafood. Bon appetito. All right, overall, dinner wasn't bad. I'll never go back, but it was good. 7.2 out of 10. It's currently 6:40 p.m., which means it's 5:40 p.m. East Coast time. I got 3 phone calls coming up. I got to call my little brother for Big Brother, Big Sister. And then I have 2 phone calls for pilot talk. I always put that description in my bio there, but these 2 people are calling because they are nervous and scared flyers. They have flights coming up. So I've probably talked to close to, I don't know, dozens of people at this point, and it seems to help. So I'm gonna definitely keep offering that service. It's not just for that though. If you want to talk aviation, career, all that kind of stuff available. But those are my 2 phone calls. The reason I bring it up is the time is screwing me up. The fact that I'm an hour ahead of East Coast time, I'm always, never ahead. I'm always behind, whether it's in East Coast itself on the time, or I'm in Central Time in Memphis, or I'm in Denver Mountain Time, or West Coast LA. So this is making my mind. So make those phone calls and then we'll head back to the hotel. Good morning, beautiful people. Our last full day here in Aguadilla, Puerto Rico. So we woke up early. It is currently 8:17 in the morning, and we came to what was told to by us a very good breakfast spot, Mona, and we're doing breakfast right for our last breakfast here. Not sure what I'm gonna get yet. Extensive menu, as you can see, but then we're gonna be heading to, I don't know the name of it, but it's like 40 minutes away. I'm gonna take advantage of having a rental car to some little hike with a waterfall at the end. And then the beach, work out, really try to exhaust myself so I can get a nap in prior to our, I think it's like 9:30, either 9:30 or 10:30 report time for a 10:30 or 11:30 p.m. departure. I think it's the first one, the 9:30 and then 10:30 departure. But either way, last full day, gonna take advantage of this beautiful warm weather. A little windy, you could probably hear in the back, but we'll enjoy it nonetheless. First breakfast. All right, so I didn't know what to pick, so I went with the sampler, sweet sampler. I figured, hey, you're only on vacation, work, not so often. I might have went a little bit more than I can bite off. Pancakes with Nutella, French toast and waffles with more Nutella, and then French toast with creme brulee. Oh baby, talk about calories on calories. But that's okay, because one, we're treating ourselves, and two, we'll work out today a little extra hard to make it all worth it, baby. Woo! All right, breakfast was a lot, to say the least, but ate most of it. Probably not the best decision to eat that much sugar, but here we are nonetheless, driving up to the waterfalls. We're only like a half mile away. It was about like a 50-minute drive. Who knew so much traffic in Puerto Rico? But hopefully this was worth the drive, because the pictures look cool online. We all know though that can be deceiving. So I'm hoping that this is definitely worth the journey. All right, we made it to the waterfall Aguadilla. I know I'm butchering that pronunciation, but that's always going to be the case with me. They said it's a pretty small, short hike. I mean, there's even a paved path, so it can't be too risque. This is only like 3 to 5 minutes to get to the big waterfall, and then like another 10-15 minutes to a smaller waterfall. So we're here, $10 to park the car, and I can already hear it. Let the adventure begin. We made it. I wouldn't even call it a hike. It was more like a 3-minute walk down some stairs they have nicely paved out for you, but nonetheless, pretty cool way to spend a layover. You don't get this back in New York, that's for sure. So that was the bigger waterfall, pretty cool. They said there's a smaller one about a 10-15 minute hike away, but it's hard to call it a hike when you get a paved path leading the way. Not complaining though, easier is better than harder. I guess I thought maybe I burned some of that Nutella pancakes off on today's hike, but it's more of a walk. Either way, gonna venture the jungle and go check it out. All right, I made it to the second smaller waterfall. Pretty cool though, they have a little rope swing right there, as you can see. Also just a cool swimming spot. And again, I can't call it a hike. It was like a 6-minute walk through a nice paved path. So definitely very easy access point. Rope swing, what are we thinking, yay or nay? All right, review of the waterfall, Casa de Gordazala, 10 out of 10. A lot of fun, definitely a fun way to spend my last day. That rope swing was next level fun. Who knew the jungle could be such an entertaining spot? But yeah, I got my money's worth for sure. Spent a couple hours here. Highly recommend. Like I said, the hike isn't even really a hike, it's just a walk. And if you're in the market for some sweet beach jungle water shoes, canes are where it's at. Everyone was asking me where I got these. Jumping spot there, because I was able to just scale the rocks super easily, and they're water resistant, protective, whatever you want to call them. So anyway, super fun day though. Time for some lunch, and then on to our next adventure. All right, we stopped in Peña Blanca for lunch. Going with the grilled fish tacos and the empanadas. time to fill up before we head to the beach. Beach spot number 2, we're at Playa del Blanco. Nice little cove, clear water, no waves, and just between this little jetty and some beach bars over there, but just had lunch yonder and stumbled upon this little guy. Got my blanket set up by the palm trees. Good living, folks, I'm telling you. No complaints here. On my way back to the hotel, there's a golf course right on the ocean. The captain said if I had a chance, stop by in front of the clubhouse. There's this cool tree. We're here to see the cool tree. I mean, it's a pretty cool tree. I'm just glad it's on the way to the hotel. I don't know if I'm going out of my way for it, but nonetheless, it's a cool tree. We're here at the cool tree. It looks like there's another cool tree we'll go check out. The golf course that's here, there's actually like a little room in the hotel filled with like surfboards and coolers and old golf clubs. Crew members from different airlines, not just mine, leave them there, and it's a free-for-all. So like if you want to on your layover, I could have grabbed the surfboard or golf clubs and played. I had different plans this time around, but it's kind of cool that guys and girls do that so that others can enjoy. I guess this is a little bit cooler. Crew 787. I wonder if there's any monkeys in here. All right, it is currently 5:18 in the evening. The sun just went down. Report time is 9:18. I filled the gas go in the car and returned that and still eat dinner. So, tad behind schedule. May have scrolled on my phone for a couple more minutes than I'd like to, but either way, we're getting it in. We're getting the body moving today, especially after we ate. As you already know, it's non-negotiable. Quick run though, 30 minutes around the area, and then we'll find some place to go eat dinner. Hey yo! Hey yo! Well, there's the runway 8. My plane will be parked over there in just a minute, but they have all these people here that come to watch as the airplane lands right over their heads for runway 8. What they don't know, the person who's gonna be taking off in a couple hours is right here. What's up, people? I doubt they're here for me more for the airplane. I'd stay, but I don't know when the next landing is at Aguadilla. It could be 10, 20 minutes, so pretty cool. We'll park out right there. Like I said, there's the runway. You can see the PAPI lights right there. That's runway 8. We landed there 2 days ago, and we'll be taking off there in a little bit. Mile to go. Dinner time. Buenos noches. Beautiful people from the ramp in Aguadilla, Puerto Rico. Barranquilla Airport. As you can tell, it's very, very windy here. Definitely be taking off runway 8. Returned the rental car. Didn't get the nap in that I wanted, but it wouldn't have mattered because I'm not tired anyway. So just under 4 hours up to Memphis. Captain asked if he could take the second leg. I told him no problem. He's low on landings. What that means is every 90 days, pilots need at least 3 takeoffs and 3 landings. Otherwise, they have to go back to recurrent. So he's not really in jeopardy of that, but he asked if he could have it. A, he's the boss. B, and most importantly, they pay me the same whether I fly or I monitor. So I told him no problem. It's all you. Just saw an Emirates 777 land. I was like, there's no way Emirates flies from Dubai to B2N, and they don't. It says Sky Cargo on it, but still pretty rare to see. I thought at least a 777 landing here. Otherwise, clear skies, windy, to be bumpy as heck leaving here. But I'd rather it be cold. I'd rather it be warm and windy than just cold and no wind. Awesome layover. Probably one of the better ones I've had in a long, long time. Did so much, and this goes to show you that even though it's work, you can still have fun doing it. So 4 hours to Memphis. Let's go fly. to Memphis. Long flight over the water, but a good smooth flight up from Puerto Rico. And then my decision was get a sleep room, take a passenger flight tomorrow morning. But overall I wasn't feeling too bad. So we're out here on the 777. We're catching a jump seat to Newark. Honestly, that was probably the thing that made my decision, was the fact that it's a 777. There's gonna be bunks on board the flight, so I'll be able to take a little bit of a nap if the captain allows me to jump seat back to Newark. Yes, my sleep will get all jacked up, but I really want to just get home, and I don't sleep great in those little sleep rooms anyway. I think the thought of having to take a noon flight tomorrow to LaGuardia was not appealing. So, like I said, special treat, 777, non-stop service to Newark. Let's go home. So I'm on the jump seat right now. I'll give you guys a little sneak peek of the 777 jump seat area. This is what it looks like. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, pretty much like lazy boys. Plenty of leg room. The galley area, coffee pots, oven, storage, and then the bunks. So I'll be taking my nap, but not as cozy as the 7.6 in my opinion, but nonetheless, here we are. We're back. We're finally back. Oh, we made it to New York, took the jump seat on the 777, and then came home and just crashed for most of the day, did a few errands here and there. But yeah, it's really like no right answer. I've done all three options. I've gotten a sleep room and tried to sleep until the noon flight. I've gotten a hotel, and I've taken a 6 a.m. flight before. I've taken this jump seat. I don't know. I don't have a perfect system. I think it's always going to be like on a case-to-case basis. The fact that this was a 777, I had a bunk to myself, kind of made the decision to get home as soon as possible. It was nice being home, you know, right after my trip, compared to having to sit and wait and go to the passenger terminal and do that whole song and dance. But either way, awesome trip. I had so much fun. I haven't had a layover like that in so long. I don't know if any of you guys watch or follow My Layover Life. Paul, he's a captain in another airline. He and I met in San Diego at a pilot conference about 2 weeks ago. Long story short, really nice guy, but he was the one who kind of like gave me that push to go out and do more stuff on my layover, because I'm always training. I'm always trying to prioritize sleeping and running and working out, which I'm going to continue to do, but being able to go explore like that, I didn't care about, you know, I rented a car, I never do that. Woke up early to go check out different breakfast spots, hike for a waterfall, beaches, so worth it. I rejuvenated. I needed that. I was kind of in a little bit of a lull and just kind of repetitive process. We've all been there in life. But I'm telling you right now, it's why I love where I work. 47-hour layover in Puerto Rico. It's not like unheard of. This wasn't like a, believe it or not, I tried to drop this trip. I couldn't give it away. No one wanted to take it because they didn't like the Sunday departure and then the night flight on the way back. So super grateful, super happy I did it. Glad it all worked out. And then back to the grind this week. And then as of now, unless I can drop it, my next trip is going to be on Super Bowl Sunday, which is kind of not the greatest. This will drop on, speaking of Super Bowl Sunday, this will come out on Super Bowl Sunday. What do we think is going to get more views? I think with 300 million people watch the Super Bowl, Pilot Pete fly. I have a feeling this Barranquilla, Aguadilla, Puerto Rico trip might beat that and get over the 300 million views. I don't know. Let's see if we can do it, people. But as always, if you have any questions or comments, leave them below. Shoot me a DM on Instagram. Just make sure you follow me first. I get back to all of them. I hope you enjoyed this trip. I know this one was a lot more layover than it was like flying, but you know, that's how it's going to be sometimes. I hope it's more like that. Unfortunately, I probably won't have 47-hour layovers in cool places like that every so often. But I know I haven't dropped a flight brief in a while. Like I said, I've been I had the flu. I was sick, so getting over that. But I'll get back into that routine and we'll keep it rocking and rolling. But as always, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for coming along for the journey. As always, stay safe, be safe, and I'll see you next time.